Alright, so in this video, you are going to learn about a secret fat burning, fat torching, fat shredding tool that I use when I'm in ketosis, and how I use it and what it's good for, what it's going to do for you. So let's get started. It's called Keto Blasting, and I came up with Keto Blasting because, as you know, I'm also into intermittent fasting, and it's very similar to intermittent fasting, but Keto Blasting is, when you fluctuate your fat intake on ketosis. So when you're in ketosis, when you're in the state of ketosis, normally you're having anywhere from 60, 70, maybe even 80% fats of your diet every day comes from fats. 60 to 70 to 80% is from fat. Now, you don't have to have a super high amount of fats in your diet every single day. You don't have to, and this is where keto blasting comes in. So normally, say you have 2,500 calories that you're eating per day, and 70% of that comes from fat. Maybe like 2 or 3 days a week, you should lower your fat intake to lower your total calories to below 2,000 calories. Okay? And what that's going to do is going to cause your body to tap into its own fat storages, because it's not getting as much dietary fat as it's used to. And this is where keto blasting is just awesome. And it relates to intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting does the same thing. When you're not eating and your body, gets used to that, it starts tapping in to your fat storages and using your adipose tissue for fuel. And it's a really truly amazing fat burning tool. You don't have to do intermittent fasting, and this is kind of like a hack to get intermittent fasting effects without actually intermittent fasting. So yeah, it's called keto blasting, and just fluctuate your fat intake. Now here's the key. When you fluctuate your fat intake, on the days where you aren't eating as much dietary fat, you still keep your carbs out of the equation, less than 30 grams, and you're still keeping your protein in that 0.63 to 0.80 range. Those things are crucial. They stay the same. Those do not fluctuate. What does fluctuate is your fat intake. So some days you can eat all the way up to 300 grams of fat if you want. It doesn't really matter when you're in ketosis how much fat you actually eat. It depends if you're trying to do a keto bulk or a keto cut. That's what matters, if how much fat you're going to have. But keep in mind, the more fat you have, the less body fat you're actually going to burn. Okay, so you need days where you have a lot of fat, because that's going to help your metabolism and everything like that, and it's going to help your body to produce more ketones. But make sure you mix in a couple days a week of lowering the fat intake, dramatically lower it sometimes, and it's really going to help you tap into your body fat storages, shred up, and get the body that you've always desired. I'll see you in the next video.